The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down throw for Kaiser. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Robert Ayers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson of the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find the crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Now Kaiser. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it with Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
First down, Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over them. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jameis now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the run, this is Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he is knocked down from the side. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Kaiser now on 2nd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Robert Ayers in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Time running out here on the play clock. Play fake. Kaiser. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. With it is Jackson. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. First down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They go play action. Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And it's second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On second down, Kaiser again. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. Room here to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. And that one results in 35 yards. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Here's Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They run the counter now on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Levante David in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action. Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Kaiser and the offense staying put. They're going for it. And the play clock's running down. Now Kaiser on 4th down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
This is Marshall. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Jackson, the man in motion right. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Kaiser now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Let's go! Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Second down, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now Marshall. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And here's Marshall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Forbath will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in this.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, Kaiser. Flush to his right. Breaks through the contact. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 30 yards there. And the young Bucs showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A second down throw now for Kaiser. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Final play of the half. Kaiser. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a second down throw for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. To throw, Kaiser. Now he's forced out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Levante David. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Jackson. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and that'll bring up second down.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to get touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keith Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2. Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They run again with Jackson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Joe McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. This is Johnson. He's got it. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 44 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Kaiser. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Off the play fake, Kaiser under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Levante David in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll run with Marshall. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Jameis on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Jameis now on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain. Winston from the gun on third down. And
This is taken in at the 5. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Back now in Tampa. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Kaiser now on 2nd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Quan Alexander not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Robert Ayers getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go! 38! Ohio! Let's round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain the... And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd down following the incompletion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. In motion right comes Gordon. Play action now. Kaiser under pressure again, and down he goes again. Gerald McCoy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Kaiser. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A 1st down throw for Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Robert Ayers. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Here's Kaiser. taken down. Back at his own 7. Quan Alexander in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go. Brand 38. Ohio. Flex round.
From the gun, Kaiser. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here we go. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round.
4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Jameis to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. 2nd down following the run. They're looking to throw this. Winston looking downfield for Godwin. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time is run out on this ball game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Bucs, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.